Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Quest for Knowledge. Today we are going to discuss Science and Society MCQs. So first is the word science comes from the word Latin. The word science comes from the Latin scientia means knowledge. Science refers to a system of acquiring knowledge. Dash is a systematic and logical approach to discovering how things in the universe work. That is science. The purpose of science is to produce useful models of reality. The social science is the systematic study of the models of reality. Okay, now let's move on to the second page. Anatomy is the study of structure of an animal or plant. Evolution is the study of evolutionary process that produced the diversity of life on earth. Genetic is the study of heredity. Immunology is the study of the aspects of immune system. Neuroscience is the study of the nervous system and brain. Technology is the study of the nature, effects and detection of poisons. Toxicology is all about poisons. The English word scientist was first coined by Oldham. Empirical investigation of the natural world have been described since classical antiquity by Aristotle. Scientific methods have been employed since Ibn al-Haytham. Which stages scientists do not always possess exquisite technical skill, that is first stage. In 1543, Nicholas Copernicus proposed to switch the places of the earth and the sun. Who hoped that my labor contribute somewhat even to the commonwealth of the church? It's Nicholas Copernicus. The surface of the moon is not smooth, uniform, and precisely spherical as a great number of philosophers believe it to be, but it is uneven, rough, and full of cavities and prominences. So, after this, the English word scientist was first coined by, that is all done. Being not unlike the face of the earth, relieved by chains of mountains and deep valleys, is being said by Galileo. Okay, who laid down the first accurate law of motion for masses? It's Galileo. Who introduced a telescope? Galileo. The Renaissance were a time of great change in Europe, both social and cultural. The Renaissance spanned from the 13th to 16th of century. The Renaissance means change, new birth. So it's Italy. The European Renaissance began in northern Italy in 14th of century. The city is considered the birthplace of Renaissance is Tuscan, and a new way of thinking sparked by a philosophy known as humanism. So, pioneering Renaissance scientists and investors included both, which is Galileo Galilei and Leonardo da Vinci. In 1507, an Italian writer named Dash published a famous book called the Cortia. It's the Baldassare Castiglione. Rediscovery of the rational civilization exemplified by both, which is Greece and Rome. Representation of the property owner's interest is called politics and the state. Property rights are central to contraception of right is called ideology. Creation of agricultural surplus is agricultural development. Road and canal system, ports and ships is called infrastructure. The first stage of the industrial revolution is consumable goods production. Second stage of the industrial revolution is capital goods production. Who did the first moonwalk in 1969? It's American Buzz Aldrin. The first moonwalk in the year 1969. The first airplane was flown in 1903. The structure of DNA was determined in 1953. Who discovered penicillin? It's Alexander Fleming. The structure of DNA was determined in 1953 by James Watson. The answer is also given in the question itself. The quantum theory was proposed by Planck. Who discovered human blood groups? Landsteiner. Establishment of the scientist study of animal behavior is Lorentz. Birth of radio astronomy is Jansky. First electron microscope is Ruska. Discovery of the neutron is by Chadwick. Discovery of the positron, first antimatter particle, is done by, we'll see. It's Anderson. Magnitude scale for earthquake is Richter. Theory of the nuclear force is Yukawa. Discovery of the citric acid cycle is Krebs. Nuclear reaction in star is Beeth. Evidence in bacteria that DNA is the genetic materials is being MacLeod. Start of Mexican wheat improvement program leading to the Green Revolution is Borlong. Formulation of the one gene, one enzyme hypothesis is Beadle and Tatum. Radiocarbon dating is being started by Libby. Initial elucidation of the reaction involved in photosynthesis is Calvin. Invention of the transistor Shockley. Production of amino acid in early earth condition is Miller and Urey. First complete DNA sequence of an organism is Sanger. First extrasolar plant identified by Mayer. The definition of the modern science is defined as an attitude of observation and experimentation, quite often with the inclusion of mathematics to explain those observations. Modern science is typically subdivided into the natural science, which study the people and society, the social science, which study people and societies, the formal science like mathematics. The result of a process of inductive reasoning is hypothesis. The process of hypothesis testing has 7 steps. Allows extra time for everything that can and will go wrong is Murphy's law. The history of science is the study of the development of science and scientific knowledge, including both A and B, which is natural science and social science. The history of the art and humanities are termed as history and scholarship. History of scholarship. Proto-mathematics from 30,000 BCE to 2000 BCE. Ancient mathematics from 2000 BCE to 800 BCE. Classical mathematics from 800 BCE to 1500, and mercantile is from 1400 to 1500 CE. Pre-modern mathematics from 1500 CE to 1700 CE. Modern mathematics is from 1700 CE to 1950 CE. Postmodern mathematics is 1950 CE to present. Yukti means both skill and human intervention. Daiva means divine. In Indian Ayurveda, dependent heavily on the use of herbs. Traditional Indian herbal remedies are neem or turmeric, both are herbs. So both A and B. The plant were first used for the medicinal purpose, it's herbalism. Atharva Veda dating from early Iron Age. Ayurveda means complete knowledge for long life. Ayurveda famous texts belong to the school of Charaka, Shushruta, both A and B. Which medicine got deep roots and royal patronage? Which got deep root and royal patronage during medieval times? Unani. Wood steel were discovered in India. The first basic step is metallurgy, identifying and discovering its usefulness. The second basic step is in metallurgy is locating metal in quantity. The third step in metallurgy is mining the ores. Basic ages of metal in the ancient world is all the above. Copper age 4000 to 3000 BCE. The Bronze Age is 3000 to 1000 BC. The Iron Age is 1000 BCE to the present. Darwinism is the theory of biological evolution. Darwinism is a theory developed by Charles Darwin. Genetic drift is a change in none of this. It's selection one, okay? That is why it is none of this is the answer. Which one of the following changes involved is irrelevant in the evolution of man? Change of diet from hard nuts and hard roots to soft food. And the first domesticated animal by primitive man was dog. Which of the following is a living fossil? It's ginkgo biloba. Reason of diversity is living being is long-term evolutionary change. First life on earth was chemoheterotops. There is no life on moon due to the absence of water. Darwin in natural selection theory did not believe in any role of which one of the following in organic evolution, which is discontinuous variation. Which of the following phenomena supports Darwin? It's the pesticide resistant insects. After that, two nucleotide sequences found in two different species are almost exactly the same. This suggests that these species have similar evolutionary histories. The theory that evolutionary change is slow and continuous is known as gradualism. The concept that species have changed over long periods of time is known as organic evolution. Which group of organisms is believed to be among the earliest to evolve on Earth? Protozoans. Which concept was not included in Charles Darwin's theory of natural selection? It's punctuated equilibrium. Darwin's theory of evolution is based on the concept of natural selection. Antibiotic resistance can inherit. Acquired resistance occur when a bacterium that was originally sensitive to an antibiotic develops resistance. Which of the following inhibits DNA gyrase? It's ciprofloxacin. Regarding azole group of antifungals, they work by reduction of ergosterol synthesis by inhibition of fungal cytochrome P450 enzyme. Which of the following is second generation cephalosporin? It's cefaclor. Cephalosporin with the highest activity against gram-positive cocci is cephalothin. Which of the following is considered as bacteriostatic? It's chloramphenicol. Half-life of the amphotericin B is 2 week. It lives only 2 week, it seems. Soap and detergents are the source of organic pollutants like none of the above. Soap is a salt of a fatty acid. Soap are mainly used as a surfactant of all the above. Soaps are used in both. Fats and oils are compared to triglycerides. Term isoap refers most exclusively to soap made with sodium hydroxide. The soap has history going back as far as 6,000 years. The earliest known soap was in 2800 BC. Throughout history, soap was medically used for the treatment of skin diseases. Common soap bar were invented in 19th century. The first soap was discovered almost 5000 years ago. The first soap was discovered in ancient Babylonia. The first soap was discovered by mixing all the above. The first soaps were used in both A and B, which is textile and even for the skin diseases. Liquid soaps are formulated for cleaning the A and B, which is body and skin conditioners. Heavy duty hand cleaners are available as all the above. Bluing absorbs the part of the light spectrum which is yellow. Booster enhance all the above. Enzyme presoaks are used for soaking items before washing to remove, which is both. Heavy duty hand cleaners are available on all the above. Bluing absorbs part of the light spectrum which is yellow. Booster enhance all the above. Enzyme presoaks are used for soaking items before washing to both stain soils and both. Fabric softeners impart both, which is make ironing easier and pleasing fragrance. Dishwashing products include detergent for all the above. Glass cleaners are loosen and dissolve. Oily soils found on glass and dry, dry quickly without. Drain openers unclog kitchen and bathroom drains. Creation of automatic dishwasher powder was in 1950. Pre-wash stain removers enzyme pre-soak in 1960s. Multifunctional product liquid soap in 1970. Polymer and large molecules composed in repeated chemical units. The smallest repeating unit is called mere. The term polymer is derived from the Greek word mere meaning many parts. Who announced in 1907 the synthesis of the first truly synthetic polymeric material? It's Leo Baekeland. First truly synthetic polymeric materials are bakelite, who found the acetylene could be made to add to itself forming Julius Neuland. Neoprene was found by Goodyear. Nylon was found by DuPont. PVC was initially formed by German chemist. It's Eugen Baumann. Polystyrene was probably first formed by German who is Edward Simon. Polytyrene was probably first formed by German apothecary in 1859. So, various uses of polymers are all the above. Elastomers, plastics, fibers. Rubbers is the most important of all rubber, okay? It is elastomers, elastic. That is why they use rubber. Dash is used to extract metal like thorium, vanadium, zirconium from their compound by displacement reaction, which is calcium. In a synthetic narcotic and used legally to treat addiction to narcotics and relieve severe pains is methadone. Atomic energy is energy carried by atom. The term atom was popularized by H.G. Wells. One of the well-known elements used in nuclear fission is 235 unit. The main design is the pressurized water reactor which has water at over 300 degrees Celsius. Which statement best describes the structure of an atom? A tiny nucleus of protons and neutrons with electron orbiting around in a large core of proton and electron surrounded by neutron. Thermal neutrons have energy around 100 CV. Moderators are used in the nuclear reactor to slow down the neutron. Cadmium rods are used in a nuclear reactor to absorb neutron. In the nuclear It slow down to the neutron. Cadmium rods are used in nuclear reactor to absorb the nutrients. In nuclear reactor, a tramway, which was the following, is used as moderator, was used under heavy water. Which of the following is the best nuclear fuel? Is the platinum 239. So agriculture, along with fisheries and forestry, it's bringing 1/3 of nation's GDP. Agricultural export constitute a fifth total export of the country. NDDB means National Dairy Development Board. With an annual output of 130 mt, India is the largest producer of the milk. In 2013 to 14, India achieved a second food grain production of 264 mt million ton. Okay. DES means Department of Economics and Statistics. Which sector is the backbone of Indian economy? Agriculture. Who announced the introduction of National Food Security Act? It's Pranab Mukherjee. When was NFSM launched? It's end of the 11th 5-year plan. Who announced the launch of Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana? Dr. Manmohan Singh. Sorry, here we have to answer. Which among the following does not belong to welfare scheme of the farmer? It's employee referral scheme. When did the government present Kisan Credit Card scheme? It's August 1998. When was on farm water management scheme launched? It's March 2002. When was micro irrigation launched? January 2006. The Blue Revolution is related with food production. Indian agriculture is typically characterized as land scale, labor surplus economy. Dr. M.S. Swaminathan has distinguished himself uh, of the following fields, which is agriculture. Green Revolution was the outcome of the effort of Swaminathan. The National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development was established in 1980. The head office of NABARD is in Mumbai. Central Rice Research Institute located in Cuttack. NABARD was established in 6th five-year plan. Who is known as the father of white revolution? It's Kurian. And highest food grain producing Indian state is Uttar Pradesh. Highest coarse cereal is producing in Uttar Pradesh. And largest area irrigated by water tank, it's Tamil Nadu. Biggest milk plant in India is Mother Dairy. Okay, which of the following is a human made input of equal in agriculture? It's irrigation facility. Which is also known as golden fiber? It's jute. The most important stable food crops of the world are rice and wheat. It is known as monoculture, single crop grown over a large area. It's plantation farming. In Assam, West Bengal, and Orissa, three crops of paddy are grown in here known as Os, Ammon, and Boro. Which one is not a millet crop? Wheat. The word agriculture has been derived from two words, Latin. Agri-cultivation of grape is also known as viticulture. The term while white revolutions refer to increased production of milk. Who was the father of the Operation Flood? Varghese Kurian. Biggest tea producer in the country is Assam, which is not a kharif crop, it's wheat. When community development program started, it's 1952. Green Revolution started in 1966 to 67. White Revolution is always associated with milk. Green Revolution is about biotechnology. Information Revolution is integrated circuit. Information Revolution started by 3000 BC. Information Revolution in the Sumerian pictographs. WW means World Wide Web. Internet works on packet switching, and which is the following is not application layer protocol, which is resource reservation protocol. Which protocol assign IP address to the client connected in the internet? It's DHCP. Which of the following is not used in media access control? None of them mentioned. TCP or IP is protocol. OSI is open system interconnection. TCP or IP is all the above. SPX or IPX is novel netware. BIOS is developed by IBM. Which network architecture is developed by IBM? System network architecture. Which is the lowest layer of TCP or IP model? It is network access layer. The most common method of gaining access to the internet is provider or host computer. ISP refers to internet service provider. Government, edu, MIL, it's all domain code. URI is the uniform resource locator. URL. The serving of web HTML is web page. HTML is a hypertext markup language. Connection of the other documents of the other location within a web is hyperlink. Hyperlink is underlined and colored. Applets are typically written in Java. Which of the following are not required in order to send or receive email? It's web page. After that, which of the following is not one of the basic elements of an email message? It's footer. The Internet standard for transferring files is known as FTP. A is filter. Non-renewable resources is coal. Renewable is biomass. It's not a renewable source of energy. Non-renewable energy is coal. And disadvantage of the most of the renewable is that it's unreliable supply. Photo energy, it's chemical energy. Which among the following is not adverse environmental impact? It's none of the above. Fuel cell is hydrogen. Fuel cell are hydrogen battery. Module is serial parallel arrangement of solar cell. Efficiency of solar cell is 15%. Hot arid zone is the solar power plants. An environmental pollution problem is hydropower plant. Climate change is primarily caused by building up of greenhouse gas. The global increase of methane and nitrous oxides are primarily agriculture. Global warming is climate change. Observed increase is the average temperature is global warming, and wind power is 5000 BC. Now there is a previous year question papers are there. You may go through with that.